Hey traders, it's Mike with your trade of the day video. Two good stocks that we traded today from our morning watch list. In this video, you'll get to see us how we set up with the shop trade. The shop trade being one of my favorite trade setups that I trade. And then we also had a Disney trade. And again, both trades leading with the upper time frame, overriding the smaller time frame setups. And matter of fact, you can see Chris, because he had redone his charts, had not put the 50, the upper time frame levels, back on his Disney chart. And so he was on the other side. We went into the trade from the upper time frame, and the upper time frame won out and gave us a nice little trade. So I think you can get some really good lessons out of these two trades. So enjoy.
Well, let me go over my trades of the day. I had two of them, which both these trades were kind of, trades that we went over this morning. I posted them in Discord. The first one I want to go over is shop. I mean, we've traded this one every day this year. So, guys, looking at this chart, just looking at the chart in here, I'm going to zoom in. What is the play here that I say all the time is one of my favorite plays?
Gap above the 200.
Yes. Thank you. Somebody's listening. Yeah, so gap above the 200. We had some increased volume in play here today. So if you look at the hourly chart, you can see the 200 also kind of coincided with this previous top up here of last week, actually a couple of weeks ago. So just nice little area. And you had what really got me excited about this trade is you can see this is the lid we shorted off of. This is a lid we shorted off of. This is a lid we shorted off. And you can kind of see they broke this out pre-market, came back down, and found support. And then once you get the gap, it was just, off to the races. It was really just a really clean setup. And actually, this happened into the afternoon yesterday. So if we look at the intraday chart, we had traded this thing now 3 days out of the week. We shorted this off here. We shorted off here. We could have shorted off here for some alpha, but really change of character. And then here's where we got that push up yesterday and then found support at this level, which also happened to be the high from Tuesday. So, or Monday, actually, I think it was. So nice little, seeing that and then seeing it pre-market come in and find the same support. This is what we talked about this morning. And then you get the run up and technically gapping up, at the 200. And they gave us a little bit of a dip buy in here. Okay, so the play, there's two plays in here. One is you just put your order right here at the top and then let it go, right? Or maybe the safer play is getting this bounce off of VWAP in here. And, you get a nice little bounce off of VWAP at 42. You get a nice little $1.50 run. And again, this is pretty clean. And a $1.50 off shop in this market's not bad. And you can kind of see they kind of wedged it up into the afternoon. So it looks like shop's not done. As we go back to the daily chart, looks like they got some more room. And, I could see shop going up to 45.66 and then ultimately up to the 50.51 area as it's now clear of its 200. You also had a nice, strong close here. We know when we see a strong close like that, professionals are in this, expecting this little run up today. And then, so this one can definitely get going. So it'll be on our list tomorrow. So that was the first one I really liked. Any comments on that one?
Oh, all good.
Okay. You didn't trade it. Did you trade it, Chris?
I didn't. And it's funny. I had the 200 marked on my chart too, that it was gapping above it and alerted, but I was trading other things.
Gotcha.
A little pissed. That's what it is.
Is what it is. And then the other one is this Disney play. Let me pull up the chart here. So this Disney play we've talked about. You can see this is the daily chart, and we talked about this one, and I called this one out on the rejection of the 50, the 50, the 50. And you have nice little rejection in the morning off the 50 here. And we can see from its earnings gap down, finding support at this 50% retracement nicely. But really just kind of, set you up for this backside move. And you can see the 50 clearly set right here where it was at the time on the daily chart, almost to the T. That's where the 15-minute high was. So what do? What gets you really excited on this one? The wick, right? They grab liquidity and then just drive it down. And again, if you take this, say you got in short 98, I mean, again, another $1.50 trade into here. But, in this market, that's pretty decent. And so this is important, this one to me, because if you look here, you kind of got to wedge up, holding VWAP, holding this, breaks above red to green. Looks like a dip buy, right? But, this is where the higher time frame comes into play. And you got all those investors there waiting just to hammer that off. And that's what they did. Now, Disney wound up closing above it. And this is just like the shop the other day, where we said, look, if it's coming back to retest it, good chance it's going to break. They did break it. Interestingly enough, went right up to the Fibonacci level, pulled back down into this daily level here. It's also on the hourly chart, retested this, brought it back down, and then finally broke it out again and closed it strong. So strong action on Disney to be able to get yourself $1.50. So, Chris, were you able to trade this one?
I did. I was on the front side of that move there, but to the long side, and then that news hit and it tanked on me, so I flipped and went short.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So anyhow, that's they're the two trade of the days that I kind of want to show you guys. I mean, we had a really good ES short that was just going over with Simon. And again, this was on the news event. We said 4,100 was going to be an important level, and it was. And you got this nice liquidity grab up here, and once they broke it, it came down. This 40.90 was the area that I was looking to short right in here, and I took it right down into this level. Of course, the rest of the day I chopped myself up in this garbage, but this was a nice short opportunity off that PMI number at 10 o'clock. So that's it for me on the trade of the